Hello, people of Earth, and welcome to another episode of the Just for Giggles podcast. I'm your host, Aubrey Friedrich. And when you guys see this episode, this podcast is officially going to be 1 year old, which is actually like wild. It turns one on the 17th, which today's Thursday. So Friday the 17th. Which is actually wild. Like before I sat down to record this, I went through like my phone and I watched all of the old videos that I took in the early stages of this pod and like me just recording my reactions to various things and just talking about little things that happened and looking at a bunch of behind the scenes little bits. This has been such a journey, such an event, something that honestly, I never thought I would do. Still, I'm not exactly. It's gonna forever be a joke. Maybe 10 years from now, I won't be doing this, and I'll just be like, "Wow, what an interesting period of my life." But anyway, in honor of this podcast turning one on the 17th, I have collected 17 fun facts about myself, so you guys can actually get to know me, kind of. Also, I am wearing a blanket right now, and I know that's kind of like a common thing to see on this pod, but I am actually quite a bit cold today, which is a little bit alarming considering it's like 90 degrees outside and Canada is on fire. So I just need to go touch grass. I think that yeah. Let's get into it, shall we? Number 1. My middle name is Nicole. So Aubrey Nicole Friedrich. There you guys have it. Do with that what you will. Maybe I shouldn't share that with the internet, but whatever. Number 2, my favorite food is chicken Alfredo with a nice get some broccoli in there too and a nice breadstick. Like Olive Garden hates to see me come, and I get that chicken gnocchi soup. Didn't say that right because I think their salad, whatever dressing vinaigrette stuff they put on it, I think it's gross. So I prefer the soup. That soup is delicious. And then I get that chicken Alfredo and I eat a lot of breadsticks. Man, they just, and those little, what are they, like the little chocolate minty things that you get when you're they just hate to see me come. I don't even get Olive Garden that often. But anytime I go to a restaurant and they have chicken Alfredo on the menu, you best believe I'm going to be getting it. So, anyway, number 3. This one I feel like I've mentioned a handful of times on the pod, but I am like 5'11", 6 foot. Depends on who you ask, depends on which tape measure or whatever you use. So sometimes I just hit them with the 5'11 and a half. But if you catch me with shoes on, I am most definitely 6 foot. Number 4, I am an Aries. Birthday is April 14th. Do I believe in astrology? No. I just know that I'm an Aries and that's it. That's all that I think it's good for. Number 5, I didn't go to college, and as of right now, I have no plans to. Instead, my junior and senior years of high school, I went to a career tech high school dual thing, and I studied cosmetology, and then about 3-ish weeks, 2 or 3 weeks after I graduated, got my diploma, all that jazz, I got my cosmetology license, and now I work as a nail tech. And people ask me all the time if I do hair, and I hit them with I'm licensed to do so. I just choose not to. If you hand me a bowl of hair lightener, no, just don't. That's or if you give me a box of perm solution, no. This was a couple weeks ago actually. Somebody that I think is in the same class as my brother was coming to get a perm. No hate, I'm all for it. You do what you want. But my coworker asked if I could go grab her a couple more perm rods from the back because I was waiting for my next client. I was like, yeah, sure. And I come back and I'm like, I don't think I'm joking when I say this, but I think this is genuinely the first time I've touched a perm rod since my state board exam. That was so serious. And I've had my license for over 2 years, which in the grand scheme of things isn't all that long. But here's to 35 more years or something in the field until my back and wrists give out or something like that. we're going to see what happens. Number 6, my favorite TV show is Criminal Minds, and my favorite movies are Back to the Future, just like the franchise in general, and The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl. That's like my favorite childhood movie. Number 7, I can't count, can't read, because I had to write them down, as you can imagine. I feel like I should be like on that one like YouTube series where it's like, is whoever, and they peel off the little thing, and it's like, they like react to it in real time. That's how I'm feeling right now. Anyway, number 7. I used to have long hair, glasses, and braces all at the same time. Oof. I think I got my braces off. I got them in like 6th grade, and then I got them off at like the end of 8th grade. I got glasses in 4th grade, and I remember I got them and I showed up to school with them for the first time one day, and my teacher was like, "You couldn't see, could you?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, "You could have asked to sit closer to the front." Girl, I was tall in the 4th grade. You wouldn't have put me in the front anyway. I'd be blocking everybody behind me. Don't even. And then I just kind of had long hair. Well, I mean, when I was like really little, I had like the bob and the micro bangs because I'd always get my hands on scissors, and I just cut them, and it was kind of ugly, but it was kind of funny. I laugh at the pictures now. But then in the whole scheme of things, I just like had long hair for a good chunk of my life. And I swear for a majority of my childhood, not childhood, junior high, I would wear my hair in a high ponytail. Well, I don't know if you consider this high, but I would wear my hair in a ponytail. And I know nowadays everybody like keeps their part in the ponytail, but back then we didn't. So it was just like straight back. And I did that like 3 times a week. And I think that is why my hairline looks like this. So, also, this is going back a bit. I should have written this down as one of my facts, but I am low key convinced that the reason I chose the career that I did was, well, I mean, besides the fact that I always would cut my own hair and I would walk around looking crazy as a kid, was I had this babysitter when I was little, and every time she'd come over with this book bag of fun little activities, and in there was nail polish, and we would paint our nails, and it would be so much fun. And yeah, I just saw her parents at work yesterday. My coworker was cutting her hair. Same coworker that had the perm rod situation. Love, laugh, love. Anyway, between my junior and senior year of high school, I started cutting my hair short. See, I remember like in the middle of it, I was like, I just want it short, but everybody tried to convince me that that was like I'd get jump scared by it, and then I'd like cry. I was like, no, no. So it was like this awkward length, and then I got it cut last week, a week ago. My hair's freshly washed and blow dried, but it's not styled, so it looks a little goofy. But don't hate, don't hate. Anyway, number 8. If I'm not at work, I'm probably doom scrolling or sleeping, or doom scrolling that led to sleeping. Or I mean, obviously, like eating or showering or something. But I'm chronically on my phone. I really do need to touch grass. I do have a couple side quests that I do, but yeah. I turned off a bunch of my app notifications as of late because I'm just annoyed. So maybe I'm evolving. I'm like so close to deleting Snapchat. I honestly firmly believe that if like people my age, why do we still have Snapchat? Why are we still using that as our main form of communication? Like the other day, I sent a video to one of my cousins, and she was like, "Girl, you have me on Snap." And my literal response was, "I'm a texter." I was like, "I'm a texter. I'm about to delete Snapchat for real." Also, kind of another crazy like work slash cousin related story. I swear, like, a common question that we in the beauty service industry ask our clients all the time, excuse me, is what are y'all doing this weekend? And I swear, almost every single one of my clients I've asked this week has said they have a wedding this weekend. I mean, granted, I do too, but like another one of my clients this week asked me if I was dating anybody. It's also starting to become a trend that my coworkers are trying to set me up with guys they know. Anyway, number 9. I am the second of 4 kids. I've got my older sister, Hopeland, who we met a long, long, long time ago. If you scroll down in the catalog of episodes, you'll find her. And then there's me. And a handful of episodes ago, my little sister was on the pod, but she was on with like a group of her friends where we talked like musical stuff, which was like super, super fun. And then after her is my little brother, my little rugrat. Fun fact, actually, additional fun fact is that when we were little, we were tight. And I remember there's this one time that nobody could find him. And then I got in trouble because we were like attached at the hip. And whenever I am such an animated person and I keep making goofy faces, but that's just half of my personality. But anyway, anytime me and my siblings would like play like dodgeball or what we called snowball fight or whatever, because it was just a bunch of like tiny balls and I don't know. Anytime we would need teams for anything, we would commonly do my older sister and my brother, and then me and my little sister, because it balances in age or something. That was really dumb. But we would constantly push the argument of me and my brother being on the same team. Like that's what the two of us would do, and the other two weren't for it. We're like we're giving you an advantage, take it or leave it. Number 10, I fell victim to the teal bedroom walls as like a preteen or early teen. So my bedroom walls are in fact still teal to this day, and I don't plan on doing anything about it because it doesn't change the fact that my room is a stable bedroom. If anything, I'd rather change the flooring because right now it's the room in the oh my gosh, I can't even speak. But the carpet in my bedroom is the same carpet that has been in there since this house was built back in like 2002 or 3 or something. Mind you, me and both of my sisters used to share that room as kids. So it's seen a lot of dirty feet and nail polish and a bunch of other stuff. So it doesn't really look all that white anymore. But I still don't even really care to change that either because my room is still functional. I still sweep it like it's fine, like it's all chill. Number 11. In school, my worst subject was chemistry, but now I work in a chem heavy field. Some of y'all don't be realizing how much chemistry gets involved in the beauty industry. Not just when it comes to mixing hair color, but with nail products. Like the other day, I had a client who was coming to get her nails done, but she had them done by some salon in in an area nearby. I was like, I'm not working on top of that because I don't know what that is. Soaked it off. Illegal products were used on her nails. She had MMA monomer put on her nails. No. Bad, bad. That's why I'm a big hater of those big old like chain nail salons, because what they do is they file halfway through your nail until your nails are like bright red, and then they go in with illegal products. They get you in and out of there in like 45 minutes, but at what cost? At what cost? And then you get your nails taken off and you wonder why your nails are so brittle, because they're using deteriorating nail products and they're filing until you have no nails. All for what? So they can use the cheap products and make quicker bucks. I don't know how those places are still running. I don't know how they pass their state board examinations every 2 years. Anyway, that was an additional rant for you all. Number 12. I used to be a chronically quiet child. Like, I remember, I just knew as a fact that I was a quiet kid. Like, that's just been kind of a thing that me and my family always knew, is that I was just quiet. And I remember getting stuff ready for my graduation party 2 years ago, or a little over 2 years ago. And I was going through all of like the childhood stuff, seeing if there was anything relevant that I wanted to set out. And I found my quote unquote grade card, because you can't really call it a grade card. The little quarterly notes that the teachers wrote to the parents about how we're doing. And every single time it said something about how I like refused to speak to people, and I don't know, I was just really lacking social skills. Now I talk to the internet So, crazy story actually about my preschool era. Um, Nap time. I was so shy in preschool that I was too scared to ask the teacher to go to the bathroom during nap time, and I literally pooped my pants. And I went through the rest of the school day like that and didn't tell anybody. Safe to say, my after school babysitter was not happy with me. I may have shared that story on here before. I don't know. But it's a story that I just like regularly like it's just a story that I will never forget. It's just something that I will forever know. And anyway, number 13. My favorite places that I have been to in the 20 years of my life have been New York City, the Outer Banks, and Orange Beach, Alabama. I would love to go back to all three. Who knows if and or when that will happen. I was at work yesterday actually, and I don't really know how it came up, but there was this older lady, definitely retirement age, and she said travel while you're young and while you still can. So I don't want any haters to be coming at me over the course of my 20s saying I should save my money. I'd rather travel while I can walk without joint pain. Clock that. You know, money has the chance of coming back. Time never will. Somebody write that down. Number 14. This one isn't unknown. If you've seen even like one episode of this pod, you already know this. But I hate AI. I think if you run a business and you make your ads with AI, they first of all look ugly and like where's the effort? Like where's the using Canva or using the Word or even Google Docs to make them? Like why are we telling this robot that is like killing our environment one day at a time to make some cheap ugly looking ad? Like, I'd be scrolling on Facebook and I can tell your ad was AI generated. Even if it doesn't say that AI info thing on it. And AI or technology in the schooling system is going way too far. I think our like the future generation of children need to go touch grass more, and it's ruining people's work ethics. It's making them lazy, and yeah, maybe I'm too unqualified, like I'm underqualified to say that because I am only 20 years old. But I think screen time for children, anyway, needs to be cut down. Y'all seen Toy Story 5? I went and saw that a couple weeks ago, and I'll tell you what, I had no idea what to expect going in because I hadn't seen a single trailer or anything. But I thought that was such an appropriate film for like the time we're living in. Highly recommend go watch it. Super, super good. Number 15. Pineapple and strawberries are my favorite fruit. Like the other day, we got a pineapple and I probably ate half of the pineapple and it was just so good. Like it's been so long since I had pineapple. I put one piece in my mouth and I was like, oh, like I just it was so good. And the strawberries, they're a classic. They're just really, really good. Enough said. Number 16. Some of my favorite artists are Harry Styles, Olivia Rodrigo, Somber, Madison Beer, Taylor Swift, Caitlin Tarver, Freya Sky, and Ariana Grande. And if I had to guess what my top 5 artists are going to be when Spotify Wrapped comes out, whenever that comes out, I'd have to say Harry Styles, Olivia Rodrigo, and Somber are going to be the top 3. I feel like Olivia is either gonna be 2 or 3. Harry is either gonna be 1 or 2, and I feel like Somber could be anywhere in the mix. I am going to a Somber concert in November, so that could really mess with it. There's rumors of an album being announced soon, so that's super exciting. I'm still kind of a little salty that I couldn't and or wouldn't get tickets to Harry and Olivia because I mean Olivia's sold out and I just didn't get any. And Harry is only doing shows in New York while he's in America. So I don't know what's up with that, but that was very nice of him. But he's been to He's done a couple legs of his tour, I think. Yeah, at least one, probably. Yeah, two. I don't know. Time beats me. But I love seeing the videos of all of the goofy little outfits and all of the funny little things that have happened at his shows since he started. Number 4 and 5 on my Spotify Wrapped. Madison Beer is probably going to be number 4. Number 5 is honestly a toss up. I feel like it's either going to be, actually, it's either going to be Taylor Swift, Caitlin Tarver, or Big Time Rush. I know I didn't mention Big Time Rush. I forgot to write them down. It could be any of those three because I have a good chunk of all of their music in my playlists. So although please don't come at me, Swifties. Her 2 most recent albums have not been my favorite. The Life of a Showgirl, it just wasn't 100% my vibe. Like, don't get me wrong, it was still it was there. My favorite song on the album was Cancelled, Slay, and uh the Tortured Poets Department is kind of notorious for being like a more sad album, but when that album came out, I was just kind of like at a good vibey place in my life, so I never listened to it. I think peak Taylor Swift era was during like the early bits of the Eras tour. You know, like the Midnights era, the beginning of the re-recordings, all that fun jazz. Like the vibes were just so high and they were so good. Who knows? I'm very curious to see if she'll ever tour again. Also, I am waiting and I'm like begging for somebody to drop pictures from her and Travis Kelsey's wedding. I need to see them. Whatever. If it happened, because people are still believing that it didn't happen. Whatever. And finally, number 17. I'm not sure what I'm doing with my life, but I'm just hoping that I continue to figure it out one day at a time. Somebody write that down, frame it, put my picture on top of it. Somebody engrave that on the back of my headstone when I die. Or if I end up cremated. First, I don't know how I feel about being cremated actually, because I'm pretty sure getting cremated is cheaper than like the standard burial, however you're supposed to say it. But some either keep me in that urn. I better be in a pink urn. And honestly, you know what, I don't even know. All I know is that if y'all spread me in an ocean or a body of water, I will haunt you forever. And then if we end up in the same place in the afterlife, I will not be happy with you, and I definitely will comment on it, because if you know me, I have a fear of fish. And I've come to realize since it's summer that I can like say with decent confidence that I don't really care for swimming all that much, cuz like lakes and ponds and stuff kind of freak me out because there's like fish and other critters in there, and just like anytime my feet touch anything, I just get disturbed. And then pools are like better, but um like the chlorine is just really drying to your like skin and your hair, and it's just I'd rather not. I'd rather just sit like poolside or seaside or something and just vibe with some music and cornhole or something with a popsicle or a slice of watermelon. Anyway, happy 1 year to this pod. Hope y'all's summer's going great. I can't believe this thing is 1 year old. Like, I realized that, like, I was like, I know it's coming up. But then I, like, actually checked the dates and I was like, holy smokes. Wow. Wow. So, whether you've been here since episode 1, or you joined recently, or if this is the first episode you've ever watched, thank you for being here. This has been such a joy and such a delight to entertain you guys for the past year. Here's to maybe another year. Let's do the dang thing. Cue the non existent outro.